Tara, did Jesus ever actually say he was God?
Yes, he did, directly and clearly. For instance, in John 10:30, Jesus said, "I and the Father are one." The Jews understood that as a claim to divinity and tried to stone him for blasphemy.
But couldn't that just mean unity in purpose?
It went much deeper. The reaction of the Jews shows they believed he was claiming to be God himself. Plus, in John 8:58, Jesus said, "Before Abraham was, I am." He used the divine name God gave to Moses in Exodus 3:14, "I am." Again, the Jews picked up stones to kill him. They clearly saw it as a claim to eternal existence and divinity.
What about after his resurrection? Did anyone recognize him as God?
Yes. In John 20:28, Thomas called Jesus my Lord and my God. And Jesus didn't correct him, he affirmed it. That moment was huge.
So was Jesus described with divine attributes?
Absolutely. For starters, Jesus is described as eternal. In John 1:1, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God." And Hebrews 13:8 says, "Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever."
Did he demonstrate divine power?
Yes, he had power over nature, like calming the storm in Mark 4:39. He raised the dead, like Lazarus in John 11. And he forgave sins in Mark 2, something only God can do. The religious leaders were shocked when he did that.
And he accepted worship?
He did. The wise men worshipped him at birth, Matthew 2:11, and after his resurrection, the disciples worshipped him too, Matthew 28:9-17. In Jewish belief, only God can rightly receive worship.
Did the Old Testament actually say the Messiah would be God?
Yes, and clearly. In Isaiah 9:6, the Messiah is called Mighty God and Everlasting Father. Micah 5:2 says the ruler from Bethlehem is from everlasting. And in Zechariah 12:10, God himself says, "They will look on me, the one they have pierced," a prophecy fulfilled in Jesus' crucifixion.
What about historical evidence? Did people outside the Bible recognize that Jesus was seen as divine?
They did. Around 112 AD, Pliny the Younger wrote that Christians sang hymns to Christ as to a god. And Roman historian Tacitus, writing around 116 AD, confirmed Jesus was crucified under Pontius Pilate. These are non-Christian sources that support what early Christians believed.
So, what's the logical takeaway from all this?
Well, if Jesus wasn't God, then his claims would make him either a liar or a lunatic. But his resurrection, his miracles, and the fulfilled prophecies confirm he was telling the truth. Since only God has power over death, and Jesus rose from the dead, that proves his divinity.
So, bottom line, was Jesus truly God?
Yes, absolutely. According to Scripture, fulfilled prophecy, historical records, and logical reasoning, Jesus is truly God.
If Jesus truly is God, then we can't ignore him, we have to respond. The question now is, what will you do with Jesus?
The evidence is clear, Jesus didn't just claim to be God. He proved it through his life, death, and resurrection. Now is the time to believe in him, follow him, and share this truth with the world.